Hello everyone. In today's lecture we will see for the next numerical using moment distribution method order. Here is the numerical that we are going to solve using moment distribution method. A frame is given to you, A, B, C, continuous beam, and one vertical member is attached at point B that you can say as column member. So that will be your BD. Okay. You have to solve this by using moment distribution method along with the given things that your support D is sinking by 2 mm. Sinking, that means it will come in downward direction. Okay. And a additional rotation theta c is given to you equal to 0.002 radians in clockwise direction, and EI value is provided to you, that is equal to 3800 kilonewton meter square. Okay, here different EI is not specified, so we'll assume that all the members are having same EI value. Okay, so you have to solve this further order. So we'll start with our solution order. Our first basic step is what? We'll be calculating your decay values, that is degree of kinematic indeterminacy in this. Decay is equal to, at your fixed support, that is at A and D, your decay value will become 0, while at B it will be treated as rigid joint. So one decay value will be at B, that is theta B, and one decay value will be at the hinge support, that will be theta C over there. So total decay value you are going to get equal to 2, and which are those? Theta B and theta C. Initially what I am doing, I am assuming those rotations in clockwise directions over there. Right? Now we'll move to your second step, that is we'll calculate the fixed end moments over there. We'll calculate the fixed end moments over there. Now if you see properly, in your span AB and in your span BC there is no any loading provided to, while in span BD a load of 20 kN is provided at the center over there, right? But for AB and BC span, what is given to you? These additional things are given to you, which will introduce the friction moments over there. So you cannot say that when your loads are not given, then your friction moments become directly 0. No, here your conditions are provided to you. That is why, due to this, some of these conditions, your friction moments will be arranged over here. That is in span AB and in span BC. Same way, in span BD, it will be due to the loading over there that we have calculated previously over there, right? So we'll be calculating the friction moments over there. So for first member, that is MFAB over there. Okay, so if you see this condition over there, how that conditions varies. This is your member A, B and C over there, right? And your this support is here at point D. Suppose this support is sinking by 2 mm over there in downward direction. Okay, so due to that, what will happen? This rigid joint will also get sink by 2 mm with the same amount of displacement, due to which this AB and BC member will be subjected to translational displacements over there. Those will be anti-clockwise for member AB and clockwise for member CB, BC and CB over there. Okay, so depending on this, these values how much we get? We get is by 6 EI delta upon L square and 6 EI delta upon L square. Okay, we treat opposite sign convention for this. This is clockwise for BC member, so that will be treated as negative, and this is anti-clockwise for AB member, so that will be treated as positive over there. So these will be our friction moments which will be coming at this AB member over there. So we will calculate this first one, that is MFAB over there. Now whatever this rotation comes, that comes at the both side of your this member over there, that is what is rotation is coming 6 delta upon L square at B, same will be coming at joint A also. Same is condition for this again, whatever it is coming at C joint for BC member, same will be coming at B also, that is 6 EI delta upon L square over there. So that you have to consider over here. Okay, so for first member MFAB, we are having this friction moment over there, that is 6 EI delta upon L square, and that we are getting as positive over there. So you will write that sign over here. Now 6 EI value is provided to you, that is 3800. Delta is given to you 2 mm, that is while substituting delta over here, you will substitute that in meter because all values we require, those are in kilonewton meter over there, right? So this will be 0.002. So I will write those here, 6 into 3800 into 0.002 divided by L of what? Member AB, that is equal to 3 over here, so divided by 3 square you will get. Okay, so if you simplify this value, you'll get this as plus 5.06 kilonewton meter. Okay, now we'll move here to second value, that is MFBA. Same value we are getting, that is 6A delta upon L square. Now see, if you see at BA, you are getting two values over there, 6A delta upon L square and again 6A delta upon L square, but these are for individual members over there. That is, whatever this positive value you are getting, that is coming for member AB over there, and whatever this negative value you are getting, that is coming for this member BC. So accordingly you have to substitute those values over here. Okay, so for BA, again I am going to get plus 6EI delta upon L square. Same value I am going to get, that is same value I will write here, that is plus 5.06 kilonewton meter. Okay, now we will calculate for your next member, that is member BC over there. MFBC. Okay, for MFBC, if you see, for this BC member, one additional rotation is provided to you. Okay, I'll separate this member BC over here. BC. In that, I've got these two translation rotations, that is 6EI delta upon L square, and again here I am getting 6EI delta upon L square. Those are here negative over there. Okay, now one additional rotation, that is theta C, is provided to 0.002 radians over there, where it is at point C and in clockwise direction over there. Okay, that means at this point C, you are having one additional rotations in clockwise direction, that is theta C is equal to 0.002 over there. Okay, so whatever this value is coming at this point C, half of the value will occur at point B also, because if you see, for this joint C, this theta C will be treated as your near end joint. So whatever this value you are going to get, that is this rotation will be actually equal to 4EI theta upon L over there, and whatever value you are going to get here, that will be equal to 2EI theta upon L over there. Okay, so that values you have to substitute over there, and this theta will be equal to theta C. So these values you are having in addition to this delta values over there. Okay, so if you see for this, that is 6EI delta upon L square, this for BC, that is at joint B, you will get this equal to minus 6EI delta upon L square, this value first one. Okay, so I'll write that here, minus 6EI delta upon L square, and in addition to that you are writing this plus 2EI theta C upon L, 2EI theta C upon L, and we'll use same sign conventions over there, that is we treat clockwise negative over there, so this also will treat clockwise negative, so I'll write here minus over there, 6EI delta upon L square, this is due to translational displacement, and 2EI theta C upon L, this is due to the translation rotation over there. Okay, so we'll substitute these values over there, that is 6 into 3800 into delta, that is 0.002 divided by L square. L of BC is again 3, so 3 square plus second value, I'll write this 2 into EI again 3800 into theta C value that I am getting as again 0.002 radians divided by L, that is equal to 3 over there. Okay, so if you simplify this value, that is for MFBC, you will get that MFBC is equal to minus 10.12 kilonewton meter. Okay, you simplify this value, some decimals may vary just, but you will get almost equal to minus 10.12 over there. Right, now we'll move for your next fixed moment, that is MFCB. I'll write over here. Okay, MFCB is equal to, that is your fixed moments occurring at point C over there, that is this due to translational displacement, and second one due to the translation rotation over there, that is minus 6EI delta upon L square, and same sign convention will use minus 4EI theta C upon L. Again delta will be 0.002, that is 2 mm, and theta C is 0.002. So if you simplify this again, same in this way again, so you'll get this value is equal to minus 15.19 kilonewton meter. You check this value, how much you are getting. Okay, so two members are over. Now last member is your member BD over there. So for that friction moments are simple over there, MFBD, so that will come directly equal to minus WL by 8, point load at the center, friction moments comes equal to WL by 8 over there. So this comes equal to minus 10 kilonewton meter, that is W is given to 20 into length of BD member is 4. So 20 into 4 divided by 8, you get 10 over there. Okay, 8 by 8, so that you get 10. And last is MFDB, so that you get opposite of this, that is WL by 8 plus 10 kilonewton meter. This was the only change in this numerical, that if your sinking support conditions are provided to you and if no loading is acting in your complete members over there, at that time how we have to calculate the friction moments over there. Okay, remaining all the steps are remain same. Okay, if loading would be given over here and if loading is given over here and if no sinking support conditions are provided to, then what will happen? Directly your friction moments will be calculated as per the loadings. If no loading is given to and these conditions are also not provided to, then that time what will happen? Directly your friction moments value will remain 0 over there. Okay, so remember this thing. Okay, now we'll move for your next part of this numerical, that is step number 3. We'll be calculating distribution factors over there. Okay, for distribution factors we have the table over there. In that table your first part is what? First is your joints, then next is members meeting this joint. Okay, then next is relative stiffness K, total stiffness summation of K, and last is DF is equal to K upon summation of K over there. Okay, so which joints you will treat here? The joints which are having 2 or more than 2 members over there. So such joints are which one? At A you are having only one joint, so DF for joint A member, that is AB, will be directly equal to 1. At C also you are having one member. At D also you are having only one member, so only B is the member at which, so for D joint you are having only one member, right? So for distribution table we will be considering here only joint B. Joint B members meeting here are, first one that is BA, second member is BC, and third member is BD over there. So 3 members are meeting your complete joint B. Right, now we will see your type of supports over there, that is for relative stiffness, whether your supports are capable or incapable of taking bending moment or not. So from B, moment will be transferred to A, moment will be transferred to C joint, and moment will be transferred to D joint over there. So A, if you see, this is your fixed support, that will be treated as capable support. Again D is also fixed support, so that will be also treated as capable support. Whereas C, that is your end hinge support, so this will be treated as your incapable support over there. That is bending moment at this joint will come equal to 0 over there. Okay, so if you take first one, that is moment is transferred from B to A is the capable joint, so relative stiffness comes equal to I by L. L for BA is again 3, so I by 3, that comes equal to 0.33 of I. Right, then for BC, moment is transferred from B to C, but C joint, that is your incapable over here, so for incapable, that comes equal to 3 by 4 of I by L. L is again your 3, so 3 we gets cancelled, I by 4 remaining, so that comes equal to 0.25 of I. Right, and the last moment is transferred from B to D. D is here your capable support, so for this relative stiffness will be again equal to I by L, but L here is your 4 meter, so I by 4, that comes equal to again 0.25 of I. Total stiffness will be summation of all these 3 values, that is 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0.33, that comes equal to 0.83 of I. That comes equal to 0.83 of I. Now we will calculate distribution factor for individual member, that is for first member BA DF, it is equal to K upon summation of K, that is 0.33 divided by 0.83, I gets cancelled here, so this comes approximately equal to 0.4, 0.25 upon 0.83, that comes equal to 0.30, and this comes again equal to 0.30 over there. So if you see summation of these 3 values, that is DF at every joint shall come equal to 1. So if you see 0.4 plus 0.3 plus 0.3, that comes equal to 1 again. So that your distribution table is done here, that is distribution factor you have calculated. Okay, now we'll move to your next step, that is step number 4 here. Okay, I'm having here less space over there, so I'll write here for distribution table, I'll write here moment. Okay, wait, I'll take a new page over here. For next step, that is step number 4, moment distribution table. Okay, for moment distribution table we have the 4 rows, that those are common. First is your joints, second after joints you treat as members, the next is your distribution factor, and the last is your fixed end moments over there. Now here, while treating joints, what you have to do, you have to treat all the joints over there. So we have 4 joints in this, that is joint A, joint B, joint C, and last is your joint D over there. Now members meeting joint A are AB. Okay, now members meeting joint B are, we are having 3 members over there. So first we will write here first member, that is BA, second member your BC, and the next member is your BD over there. Okay, now after this, at joint C you are having only one member again, that is CB, and at joint D again one member you are having, that is equal to DB over there. Okay, so these all members we have written here. Now distribution factors we have calculated for this. For BA we have got that as 0.4, for BC 0.3, and again for BD we have got 0.3. For remaining AB, CB and DB, these distribution factors will remain 1 because those are your single jointed members over there. Okay, now fixed end moments we have calculated for this. Now fixed end moment we have got, for AB we have got plus 5.06, right? For BA same moment we have got plus 5.06. For BC we are having moment equal to minus 10.12. For BD we have calculated moment, that is equal to minus 10. For CB we are having moment minus 15.19, and for DB we are getting that equal to plus 10 over there. So write this all the values very properly, because while writing this table, if members increases over here at any joint, your confusion increases over there. So while writing this, check your values very properly, whether you are writing correct value for the correct member or not. Okay, now we'll solve this distribution table over there. So after doing the fixed moment, the first initial step is what we do, the balancing of the moment. So after this, whatever comes, that is the balancing moment. Balance where we do, where at the incapable support over there. So joint C we have as the incapable support over here. So at C your initial moment shall come equal to 0 over there. Okay, so we'll balance that moment at joint C, that is moment at CB we have to make it equal to 0. So I'll apply here balancing moment equal to plus 15.19 over there. Okay, out of that half of the moment will get carried over towards its next capable end, that is CB's moment will get carried over to BC over there. Okay, so half of the moment I'll do carry over here, that is half of 15.19, I get that equal to 7.59 plus. Okay, I get that as plus 7.59, because carry over we have to do with the same sign over there. Okay, this much carry over is sufficient, because we have to not do any carry over further, because only one incapable support we are. So whatever moments we'll get, those will be our initial moments directly. Okay, initial moment at AB, that we get plus 5.06, here we get plus again same 5.06. Next minus 10.12 plus 7.59, we get this as minus 2.53. This will come again same, that is minus 10 as it is, plus 15.19 minus 115.19, that becomes equal to 0, and this remains again plus 10 as it is. Okay, now whatever distributed moments we have going to do, that will do for the calculated distribution factors over there. So you have to distribute the moment along these 3 distribution factors over there, along joint B over there. Okay, so addition of all these 3 plus 5.06 minus 2.53 and minus 10 will be your distribution along BA, BC and BD. So addition of all this you have to do. So I'll do here next is the distribution. Okay, so whatever the summation you will get, plus 5.06 minus 2.53 and minus 10 over there, that remains 7 point something 47 you will get. Okay, distribute that moment along this distribution factor, so that whatever value you are getting, that you get as negative over there. So distribution will be positive in nature. So summation of these three values multiplied by 0.4, that will be your distribution for this, that you get as plus 2.98. Again distribution into 0.3, that you get plus 2.24, and same again plus 2.24. Okay, so after doing the distribution, now next is the step is the carryover of moment. Now carryover of which moment you have to do? You have to do the carryover of BA to AB, because A is capable over here, and BD to DB, because D is also capable over here. BC will not get carryover to CB, because why? Here your C joint is incapable over there. So only at the capable supports you have to do the carryover over there. So your BA moment will get carryover to AB, and your BD moment will get directly carryover to dB over there. Okay, so carryover factor is your 1/2, so half of the moments get carryover, so this comes equal to half of 2.98, you get 1 plus 1.49, then half of 2.24, you get that as plus 1.12. Now if you see in this step, here no moments are remaining over there. So for here you are having no moment, so your distribution gets automatically stopped here, and whatever answer you get, that you get as the directly final moments over there. Okay, so final moments will calculate plus 5.06 plus 1.49, this you get as plus 6.55 almost. Next 5.06 plus 2.98, this you get almost plus 8.04, your decimals will vary. Okay, minus 2.53 plus 2.24, this you get as minus 0.29, almost 0 you are getting. Next 10 minus 10 plus 2.24, this you get as minus 7.76, this you are getting 0, and the last value you get as 11.12 over there. So these are the final moments which we are obtaining at each joint over there. That is the support moments you are getting this. Now what is the check for this? If you apply condition of equilibrium over here, see, condition of equilibrium, first condition will be at joint B, that is MBA plus BC plus BD shall come equal to 0. So if you check these three values, 8.04 minus 0.29 and 7.7 minus 7.76, this summation you must get equal to 0. You check this, you will be getting this equal to 0. And second equilibrium condition, that will be at joint C, what will be that? Your MCB shall come equal to 0. That we have done by balancing the moment over there. So this will be your final moments that we are obtaining over there. Now using this, we'll plot your bending moment diagram by superposition over there. So these are my members A, B, C and D. The joints I have marked over here. Okay. Now I'll plot the moments over there. Our sign conventions usually negative, positive, positive and negative for horizontal members, and for vertical members we treat your sign conventions as negative, positive, positive and again negative over there. Right. So first we'll see for AB member, that is the vertical member, AB moment you are getting plus 6.55 positivity, so it will be plotted on downward side. So I'll plot that over here plus 6.55. Okay. Next BA moment, that is plus 8.04, again positivities, so it will be plotted on upward side over here. I'm plotting that over here plus 8.04. Right. Next, now for BC member, for BC you are getting this BC equal to minus 0.29 negativity, so it will be plotted again on upward side, somewhat very less value I am getting, almost to 0, but for understanding I am writing this plus 0.29, little bit upward. Okay. Next at joint C, that is MCB, you are getting that as 0, so this value will remain directly 0. Okay. What I'll do, I'll join this two moments of AB by using straight line first, and then two moments of BC by using straight line again. Next for vertical member, that is BD. Okay, we'll plot that moment. So MBD you are getting that equal to minus 7.76, so minus it will be plotted on outward side over there, that is here 7.76, and then last moment is plus 11.12 you are getting, plus it is, so again it will be plotted on rightward side over there, and again join these two moments by using a straight line over there. Okay, now these are your support moments over there. On this, your span moment will be superimposing, but for your span moment only span loading is given in BD member just. So maximum span moment in member BD is equal to, that will be equal to WL by 4. Okay, so we'll calculate that. W is given to, that is equal to 20 into 4 by 4, so that you get directly equal to 20 kilonewton meter, and that will be maximum at the center joining with a inclined lines or triangular pattern it will show. So this will be WL by 4 is equal to 20, and just what you have to do is you have to shade the superimposed part in this. Okay, so this will be our final BMD by superposition. Okay, so this will be the numerical. The intention behind this numerical was how we have to calculate the fixed end moments over there, and when a joint having more than 2 members, how we have to deal with the moment distribution table. That was the basic aim when taking this numerical over there. Hope so you have understood this numerical very easily. If you are having any doubt, you can comment in the comment box, and please share the channel and share the video. Okay, thank you so much.